Greetings everyone, and welcome to part 4 of Mega Man X. We have 3 Mavericks left to kill before we go after Sigma. So our first stop is this one right here, Launch Octopus. Though I do admit, I do like this remix of the Robot Master intro theme. I'm guessing that's what it's called. I mean, it pretty much is in most of the classic Mega Man series games. Most of them. So yeah. Anyway, because we are dealing with an octopus-type Maverick, we have underwater sections. Now, this underwater stage isn't too bad, but there is one section that, oh boy. Oh, we'll see it coming up. Trust me on this one. Alright, let's see. Launch Octopus. Let's see. Launch Octopus, known in Japan as Launcher Octopold, I think that's how it's pronounced, is an octopus-type Maverick in Mega Man X. He was a Maverick hunter from the 6th Marine Unit under Sigma, who followed his revolt. Now, there's more information about Launch Octopus, but I won't reveal it until Mega Man X5. And for those of you who know about Mega Man X5 and a certain Maverick in that game, well, don't say it yet. Because there are those who probably have not seen Mega Man X5, and I want to save it for those type of people. So, yeah, please be respectful in that regard, but I can imagine some of you will ignore it and just go ahead and say, oh, this Maverick is related to Launch Octopus. Oh, well, live and learn. Anyway, I just fought this submarine boss here, and what it did was, it was trying to suck in X to damage him, and it can also release these eel things to go after X, but those can easily be dodged if you know where the eels are going. And if you left the searchlight intact, it can use the searchlight to damage X as well, so, yeah. Now these piranha bots, I'm guessing, oh, these can be annoying. They don't damage X, and they instead just suck X into them, and they're just more of an annoyance, really. I mean, I've had one time where I was jumping away from a sucking one, but you cannot resist it. It's like a powerful tractor beam or something, and I guess that's the point. Anyway, we have another submarine boss, and this one's even harder than the last one. Why? Because we have insta-kill spikes this time around, and oh goody, ho 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 ho. And this one can also blow X in the opposite direction because, again, insta-kill spikes. I mean, that's the only headache with this mini-boss right here. You know, you would think X is more advanced than good old Mega Man himself, right? So why is he still vulnerable to spikes like his big brother? I guess Dr. Light had to cut some corners somewhere, you know? Because, yeah. But the hardest part of the level done, we don't have to worry about that ever again, thank God. Anyway, we have these things right here that can take X onward to the surface. You know, I'm trying to resist the urge to call X Mega Man, but you can't really help it. Again, at the core, this game is a Mega Man game. It follows the traditional formula, although with some new twists. It's kind of hard not to call him the Blue Bomber. And I've been playing about a dozen of regular Mega Man games for who knows how long this past year, so yeah. Anyway, destroy this whale ship, and it will crash on down to reveal a hidden area. Now, in this hidden area, we will face another mini-boss, which is actually a joke if you know which weapon to use. And for me, it'll be Storm Tornado. A well-timed Storm Tornado to the head will destroy it just like that. Although the weakness of this thing is the head and the tail. So, yeah. By destroying this mini-boss, we get access to another heart. Yay. Alright. Of course, spikes here are no problem because X can jump higher, because robots can jump higher underwater even though they are made of metal and it's a video game. I shouldn't question this kind of logic. Ugh, oh well. Alright. Let's head on to the end of the level. I mean, it's just smooth sailing here, right? Right? Yeah. No. Actually, we have another encounter with these serpent bots right here. Again, use Storm Tornado to take this thing out quickly. Now, if you may notice, the head of the serpent bot we technically saw it before. It was actually in Flame Mammoth stage, as part of the junk pile, you know? And it's a nice little callback. I do like that. And in fact, I do like how when you destroy enemies in the X series, you see them fall to pieces, really. I mean, again, it's a nice little touch to show that this is more advanced than, oh, the classic games. This is not your big brother's Mega Man. Oh, no siree, Bob. Alright, so here we are, Launch Octopus's lair. So let's whip out his weakness. Let's see here, weakness, Rolling Shield as his weakness. And to be honest, it's not that much of a weakness because, well, sure it drains his health a little quicker, but I don't find it as effective as other bosses with certain weaknesses, you know? But what can you do? Anyway, Launch Octopus will shoot missiles at X here, and it's pretty much a war of attrition, really. I mean, I'm not that worried. I have some sub-tank energy if I really need it. Ugh. Come on. Take the shield. And one of the good things is the rolling shield can bounce off a wall at least once to hit the enemy. And we have this right here. Launch Octopus will create this spinning whirlpool move so that he can try and suck X in to damage X. And yeah, you can also shoot Rolling Shield at Launch Octopus during this phase, so that you can damage him as well. But as you can see, I failed to do so. Oh well. And it doesn't really matter. Launch Octopus is no more. Though I do like in the beginning how Launch Octopus gives this little taunts like, "You're going down, X." I do like that. Gives the Mavericks a bit more personality than the Robot Master ancestors, you know? Alright. Okay, the weapon of the day is the Homing Torpedo. And it really is a homing torpedo, really. Pretty effective, you know? And when you charge it, it forms fish torpedoes. Because, well, it is a weapon from a water boss, so yeah. Okay, moving on. Let's see. Our next Maverick will be this guy right here. Ladies and gentlemen, meet Boomer Kuwanger. Okay, Boomer Kuwanger. Let me look him up right quick. Let's see here, Boomer Kuwanger. And I do have to say, I do love his stage theme. It has a nice little beat to it, you know? Alright. Alright. Let's see here. Here we are. Boomer Kuwanger. Okay, Boomer Kuwanger renamed Boomerang renamed Boomerang Kuwanger in Mega Man X Maverick Hunter is a Maverick in Mega Man X based on the Stag Beetle. And the whole Kuwanger comes from the Japanese term Kuwagata. Sorry if I mispronounced it, because Kuwagata. Yeah, there it is. There it is. Sorry. Alright. He was a Maverick Hunter from the 17th Elite Unit under Sigma. And, well, like Launch Octopus, he has a little bit more history with a future Maverick that I won't say at this point. So, I'm going to hold off on that. Anyway, he has no sense of right and wrong, making decisions based on only logic. When Sigma rebelled, he used deductive reasoning and joined the rebellion. He took control of a tower that would be the symbol of a city and used it as a fortress. And when X reached the top of the tower, Kuwanger saw that X had great potential and thought that he would be fun in a fight. That's only if you count the Mega Man X and Maverick Hunter canon, you know. Now, speaking of Mega Man X Maverick Hunter, I don't have it, even though I saw playthroughs on YouTube, and I do think it had promised, the series. Like, the idea was that they're going to go back and retell the story of X from the beginning. You know, giving it a fresher perspective, update some things, you know. Give a reasoning for why Dr. Kane wasn't in the later X games. I mean, as of 2 and 3, Dr. Kane still existed, but after 3, he never appeared again. And it's, according to the Day of Sigma OVA, well, Dr. Kane died in Sigma's initial attack, so, yeah. Maverick Hunter X was released on the PSP, and, well, it didn't do that well, sadly. I mean, I don't own a PSP, and would have liked to have gotten a PSP, but I don't want to spend money on a PSP for just a handful of games I'm going to play a few times, and that's it. I mean, I would have loved for Maverick Hunter X to be released on the PlayStation Network so that I would get a shot at actually playing the game sometime. So, yeah. And I guess it's because of lack of sales that the rest of the reboot was canceled. I mean, again, it's a shame because it had promise. I mean, I would have liked to see how remakes of X2, X3, and so on and so forth would have been handled. How would the Zero's and Iris's relationship been different under better circumstances, you know? Yeah. Anyway, I'm just talking randomly since I'm climbing this long, long tower with enemies popping out here and there, and it can be really boring, you know? Epic adventuring at its finest. Of course, good old Boomerang Kuwanger had to make his fortress here, but yeah. And thankfully, that's the end of the climbing the outer part of the tower, that is. Now, we have a heart right there, but there is a way you can get it right now. What you need to do is use Shotgun Ice's charged form. So, yeah, we're going to use the charged form of Shotgun Ice to form a penguin sled, and we're going to use it to get that heart. And there's the sled, and that's me royally screwing up. Yeah, don't forget that platform right there. Take 2. Alright, ride it like so, dash off, and bam. Though I originally heard that you're supposed to use Boomer Kuwanger's, well, weapon to get it, but if you just want to get the heart and speed things along, well, that's how you do it, folks. That's how you do it right there. Alright, and now, more climbing, only on the inside of the tower, because climbing, and it's so boring, really, you know. But what can you do? I mean, you can't make this thing. You can't make X go faster. I mean, I suppose you could, but I got nothing else to say. It doesn't really matter. We're almost at the top, where Boomer Kuwanger awaits. Now, I'll go ahead and tell you about his weapon. It's pretty much the Mega Man X equivalent of the Rolling Cutter, Cutman's weapon. And let me put it this way. When I get a chance to... Ow. When I get a chance to use a Rolling Cutter on some bosses, well, it has actually some interesting effects. As in, you can actually cut off parts of the boss's tendrils. I'll try and demonstrate when I face these guys again. Oh yes, we're going to have a boss rush later on. Because again, at the core, this is a Mega Man game. So yeah, whip out Homing Torpedo and just blast him. Just go for it. Do not hesitate. Just shoot, shoot, shoot. Dodge dodge Boomer Kuwanger's boomerang, and you should be fine. And yeah, no chance, no chance, no chance. Ow. Okay, you may have hit me via touch damage, but you never hit me via the boomerang on your head. So yeah. And with that, Boomer Kuwanger is, well, smashed because he's based off a bug, and bugs can be annoying at times. I mean, I do like certain bugs like butterflies and stuff, but there are more creepy bugs that deserve to be smashed. Anyway, we get Boomerang Cutter. Again, it's like Cutman's Rolling Cutter, in which it's a boomerang attack that can cut things. Hell yeah. So, anyway, I'll see you in part 5, everyone.